Good morning, everyone. It is Natalia. Hands only today. Because I have been so busy this morning doing readings and catching up with things because I took a couple of days off. And hence I have to catch up. So no face-to-face live this morning, but I promise I will next week. Okay? And when I make a promise, I don't like to break it. So you will see my face next Monday. But today you get to see my hands. Good morning to Nancy and Nicole. All of the N's are in the house. Natalia, Nancy and Nicole. Anybody else want to bring another letter into the party? Tony Costa. Hello, Tony. How are you doing? Good morning to you. And how are you doing, ladies? Thank you for the stars already. Nancy's there bringing me stars. And you know, we've got our stars goal. So let me tell you what the next stars goal is. It's going to be, I'm going to go live every day with angel messages for a whole week when we get to our stars goal. And we're 42% of the way there. So if you want to send me some stars, that would be gratefully appreciated. And thank you to everybody who's contributed to the stars already. You'll see a little stars icon somewhere on the screen, usually at the bottom, and you can send me stars, and you can the stars are 1 cent, so they're not expensive. Oh, thank you. Bless you to you, Tony. And good morning to Jay Knott. How are you doing, Jay? Good morning, Julie Hans. Good morning, Barbara Phipps. How are you doing, my love? Hazel Kings, good morning to you. Gemma Crow's here. Hello, Gemma. I did enjoy my birthday weekend, and in fact, I've got a birthday theme going on in front of me here today, so I'll talk about that in a second. Lucy Blackster, good morning to you, and to Jerry O'Kane. How are you doing, Jerry? Janine Smelter's here. Good morning, Janine. Christiane Cotterill, good evening to you, my love. I did have a fabulous weekend, Nicole. Thank you so much. It was my birthday on Saturday, and I started celebrating it from Thursday night, probably. So it's kind of like, I'm back to normality again today. Julie Hans is watching. Good morning to you, Julie. Diane Shake. Oh, right, she's choosing already. I'll talk about those in a moment, Diane, but I see what you like. Robin Steele, good evening to you. I did have a fabulous weekend. Thank you so much. Kavila, how is your husband, my love? Please do update us. Michelle Cedric O'Connor, thank you so much for the stars, my darling. Breda Murphy is in Carrion Island in the Emerald Isle. I hope it's beautiful where you are, Breda. And Marcy, is it Breda or Breda? Breda, I think. Marcy Hernandez, good morning. Oh, it's okay. I take birthday wishes anytime. I take them anytime. Thank you. Amanda Massey, good morning. Jennifer Sylvia, good morning. Oh, I love Mrs. Potts too. I'll explain all about her. Thank you, Tony. Danielle Bowen, good morning, gorgeous. How are you doing? And Gloria Kendall. Brenda Devlin's here. All right, so the choices that we've got this morning. Nicola Dorney, good morning to you, my love. These are birthday gifts, okay? So we've got 1, 2, and 3, and I'm going to take you through the choices. So we've got Chip the Cup. Leslie Townley, hello, darling. I love Chip. You know, one of my favourite Disney movies is the Beauty and the Beast. And my favourite characters in Beauty and the Beast are Chip and his mama, Mrs. Potts, who is number 3. So these are all birthday gifts that I got, and I thought they're so pretty. I want to bring them onto the reading this morning. So number 1 is Chip. Cheryl's saying she can't hear me. Can anybody hear me? If you can give me a heart and let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Would be no good if you can't. My birthday was amazing. Thank you, Andrea. And these are lovely gifts that I got. So this is a metal heart. Thank you. You can hear me. So I don't know what's going on with your audio. Maybe come back out and come back in again, my love. This is from my friend Debbie, and she got me lots of other lovely things, but I thought this was small enough to put onto the table this morning. And it's all intricately inlaid with this beautiful design. Isn't it lovely? And it's got a beautiful bright sort of cobalt blue ribbon for me to hang that somewhere. So that is message number 2 in there. And then, of course, we have Chip's mom. We have Mrs. Potts. Now, let me tell you, this is number 3. Mrs. Potts, I just love her. She always says everything will be okay, doesn't she? It'll all be all right. And she, look at her lid. Isn't that amazing? Now, I've been wanting a teapot for ages. And I have been just looking around, and you can't find the right teapot. And I love Mrs. Potts and Chip so much. And Estella, my daughter, got me these for my birthday. Oh, they're amazing. Look at the handle, it's gold. And so today, today is the day I make myself a cup of tea with that pot. I'm so excited, but I'll do messages with it first. So we'll go into the detail later about what else is what else is contained within the messages, because I'm using some special cards this morning. And this beautiful ring, this amethyst ring, is what my mum gave me. She kind of gave me it a bit early because we didn't know if we were going to see each other. But isn't it beautiful? So I sort of felt like I could wear it now because it officially has been my birthday. So I've been keeping it in its box. So it was so lovely. Yes, they are gorgeous, aren't they, Danielle? Let me just see if I've missed anybody. Have I missed anyone? Is there anybody I haven't said hello to? Scrolling back here. Everyone can hear me. Okay. All right. Now, you say that, Julie, you wouldn't be able to use them because they're so precious. But, you've got to use your nice things, haven't you? You can't keep things just for show. Got to use them. Lynn Hardy, good morning and thank you for the stars. Right, let me tell you about this week, because we've got Susan Joyce. Hello. I'm so glad you caught me. This week is an important week because on Thursday we have a new moon in Gemini. So to all the Geminis out there, this is your new moon. We get a personal new moon once a year. So it's usually in the, well, it's not always in the month of your birth. Star signs span 2 months, don't they? So we get 3 cards for today because we've got a new moon. But also it's a special new moon because it's an eclipse. So it's a solar eclipse. And eclipses are big portals for change. So whatever's going on in our lives, that card just threw itself on the table. So we'll have that. Whatever's going on in our lives, if it's not meant to be, if it's not the right thing for us and there's something better, the universe will shake the leg of the table. Sorry, you lost me then. Hopefully it's not going to start playing up, this internet connection. So yeah, it'll start to extract things so that new things can enter. And Nancy's ready for it, and I'm ready for it. So I know Nicole and Nancy and Sarah Bolton and myself, that we're Geminis. So anybody else who has a Gemini sun sign, if you've got your moon in Gemini, any prominent placements in Gemini, this new moon is going to be particularly important for you. But it's going to affect all of us because new moon solar eclipses are portals for change. They open doorways that we didn't know existed, or maybe we've been banging on doors for ages and they wouldn't open, and then the universe goes, right, we're going to bring an eclipse, and that is the moment at which that door will not just open for you, it'll fly open. So Gemini is the sign that represents the 3rd house, which is communication. And Marcy has the same birthday as me. June the 5th, babies. See, last year we had the full moon lunar eclipse. Oh, no, we didn't. We had a new moon. Sorry, we had the new moon solar eclipse on our birthday last year on June the 5th. And this year we've got it on June the 10th. And it's opening up these opportunities to do with communication, to do with speaking, to do with short journeys, flying around all over the place, being busy. And thinking, any bright ideas that you have, these could be really major things further down the line in your life. So let's have a look and see what possibilities are coming up, Nicole. Yes. So this represents the beginning of the week. So from, let's make that middle card the eclipse. So let's take this from Monday to Wednesday. Our first message is, this is very Geminian, this week. I'm going to... Right, I'm back. Wow, this internet connection. Okay, if the screen is frozen, you're going to need to come back out and come back in again. Okay, my love? Sorry about that. Okay. Yes, I know. I've got a bad connection, my loves. I'm really sorry about this. So let's keep going. So anyway, we have the Six of Air, and if it keeps freezing, it's because the internet connection was down. So just bear with me, okay? It's back again. So Six of Air is all about thought, and it's all about us being able to take those thoughts and to move forwards with them, move ahead with them, okay? So if you're seeing a frozen screen, come back out, come back in again, my love. And then, can you see all of these problematic things, all the things that have been maybe plaguing us, troubling us, to do with communication? We can rise above, we can get away from that. Now, this is a really good time for anything to do with how you communicate and how you get your message across. It's a really good time. And yesterday, my daughter's been home for my birthday, and we were looking at my business because I'm so excited that Estella is going to be doing an internship for me over the summer, and while she's home from university, she's going to be working for me. So this is going to be really brilliant because it gives me an opportunity to delegate some things, and then I can focus more on working on the business and bringing you all of the things that you need from me. So we sat down yesterday and we went through loads of things, and she said to me, let's have a look at the customer journey on your website. And she said, your website's not clear, it's hard to navigate, and let's do some changing around. So we worked together on changing the theme, because there's different themes that you can access for the website, and that's what we did. And I'm so loving the look and feel of the website. It hasn't changed drastically, but it's a lot easier to work your way around it, and to find things. And there will be some other things that I'm going to do, but I will need a web developer to do it for me, some coding. But I'm excited because these are things that I've wanted to do, and I haven't had the opportunity. So Mercury retrograde is actually giving me time to go back over things, which is amazing. I know, Gemma, Team Coleman, and you know what, I have got issues with trusting people to do stuff for me. So I'm going to start with Estella, and she's going to write a job description and create systems so that I can actually have support in my business when she leaves, when she goes back to university, because she's doing a master's degree in September. So there may be a job opening in September, working virtually for me. And that's what I'm hoping for anyway. So anyway, getting back to this card, that represents very much things like Janine's having an interview. And this is your ability to be able to think in ways and express yourself in ways that are renewed and more vibrant, and they hit the mark more. So between now and Wednesday, really think about or rethink about things that you're wanting to have more clarity around, where you're wanting to move forwards, but you have to maybe go back and rejig things. So this is a wonderful almost side effect of Mercury retrograde. People give it a bad rap, and it does mess with things, but it messes with things for a reason. It slows us down, it makes us go back over things because they're clearly not right, and we get this opportunity to have a redo. So are you ready for Karen Williams? Good morning. Are you ready for the second message, which equates to the eclipse, the new moon in Gemini? What is this bringing us collectively? What are the energies we're going to be feeling? Oh my goodness, look at that. So we've got all this air energy, and Gemini is an air sign. The air represents the mind, the intellect. And this is going to be a profoundly healing day. Now look at those horses, the way that they're all leaning on each other and they're giving each other support. So this is about you really looking at areas in your life where you need to heal, where you've been, I call it, trying to run a marathon on a broken leg. We broke a leg a while ago. We never got it fixed. We just carried on running on that treadmill of life. And then all of a sudden, the universe slows us down with an eclipse and says, you cannot move forward until you fix what you have not fixed previously. We need to get that bone fusing so that it's strong enough for you to be able to do more of this amazing work in the world. And that's the theme of the interactive reading later, is about purpose. Because Gemini is all about, like, how will I use my mind to project myself into my purpose? How can I convince people? How can I be creative with my thinking and my communication? But we have to heal. We have to go back over things. We have to make sure that everything is rigorous and solid in our lives. And sometimes, you know, the eclipse may bring up a lot of emotional wounding, baggage that we hadn't dealt with, we hadn't unpacked it. And we can feel really off, we can feel fuzzy, we can feel emotional. And we can be going, why is this coming up? Why is it I'm revisiting these things? I'm upset, I'm lost, I'm confused. Because we have to unravel. The ball of wool is a mess. And we have to take this time to sit and unpick it. And that, my loves, is all about the forgiveness, the healing, the profound sense of being connected to what is the pain that I'm still carrying around with me, and how can I be renewed and rebirthed as a result of this. So I love that, because it's changing the way you're thinking and feeling about yourself through revisiting some of these old wounds. Not to dredge up the past, but to make sure that you have solidly dealt with it, because it has no place in your future anymore. Susan is saying, you spent your morning revisiting courses that you bought from me in 2019 and getting more understanding after your personal growth, and you're going to do them again in a few weeks. Oh, that's wonderful. And anybody who's had my courses, you know, you can access them anytime in the future. And it's really good to do that. It's really good to, you know, anything that you have in terms of self-development, even if you know the stuff empirically, you've moved on and you've grown, and so you can apply it differently. Have you found that, you know, like you can revisit different trainings or teachings or books that you've bought, and you come at them from a completely different perspective when you read them again a few months, weeks, years later. And Gloria's healing yourself because you cracked 2 bones either side of your ankle. Bless your heart, my love. I'm so sorry to hear that, and sending you lots of love and healing. So our third message represents the latter part of the week, so the aftermath of the eclipse going into the weekend. Now look at this. So we have been very much in our minds, we've been very much thinking about, what is it that I need to let go of? What do I need to be open to? Where do I need to heal? What's up with me? What's right with me? And there we have the cosmic dust settling. There we have the inspiration, the ability to fly forward with our dreams, with our new sense of well-being, of understanding ourselves. Isn't that amazing? 8 is power. Fire is passion, determination, purpose. It's that sense of confidence in ourselves, in all that we're doing, in all that we are. It's putting that foot on the accelerator and pressing go. Well, we had been held back a little bit by these things that we needed to sort out. Now the ball of wool is unravelled, we can knit something with it. We were trying to knit a jumper with that wool and it was all tangled. It's a mess. We have to sort our messes out in order to be able to move forwards. So I really love those messages. I hope they resonate with you. And most of all, I hope that they play out in your life in a way that you can really understand, you know, that you can really define what the universe is trying to tell you, and it's never trying to punish you. Even through the awful stuff that we go through, it feels horrid, like bones that are cracked and everything. There's always a blessing and a message and a lesson within that, and then we move forward beyond that, because we're never given anything that we can't handle. That is so true. We might not want to handle it, but we can never not handle it. I just realised I haven't had my ring light on because it's not plugged in. Okay, well, never mind. We'll have a murky background. Thank you for the stars, Lucy. You're so kind. So let's get on to the messages, my loves. So are you choosing 1, which is our little Chip? I love how his nose is the handle. He reminds us of our imperfections, doesn't he, Chip? He's like practically imperfect, but there's a perfection in that. We have number 2, which is the heart, a beautiful heart. And then we have Mrs. Potts, so it's all going to be all right. Number 3. I love Chip too. He's amazing. Which one am I going to go for? I'm going to go for Mrs. Potts today, I think. Because I just love Mrs. Potts. I just love her. She's the mum we all want, isn't she? So these are the life purpose cards that I'm using, and I've drawn 2 cards for you because this is how we are starting to process our purpose going forward. So we've got some important insights into this for you. So let us move little Chip out of the way. Look at him, he's so smiley and cute. And if you were drawn to Chip today, these are your messages. So your first message is practice. Polish your skills by practicing regularly. And number 2 is options. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you. So she's weighing those up. And the shells are all about messages. There's communication. So you can put a shell to your ear and you can hear the sea, can't you? And when people say you're shell-like, that expression, it's your ear, isn't it? So it's hearing. It's getting the message. So I feel as though there's a really strong message for you today, if you chose number 1, about polishing what you can do. So you're very, very skillful, and you need to really practice those skills. So have you been on a course? Have you been learning things? Have you got something that has gone a bit rusty in terms of your being able to apply? Because Gemini is all about the application of knowledge. So when we've had these 2 eclipses. We had Sagittarius, which is the opposite sign to Gemini. The eclipses are always connected to each other in some ways. And so Sagittarius is about depth. It's about, really getting wisdom. And then when we look at Gemini in the opposite, this new moon is asking us to say, right, we've got to be speedy with those things. We've got to get them out of the tool bag. We've got to use them. And we have to practice those skills. So nobody can become truly accomplished unless they put those skills into practice. Polish by practicing regularly. So what is it that has lain dormant? What is it that that maybe you're beating yourself up and saying, I'm not good enough, because you're just not practicing, because you're just not applying those skills, because maybe the confidence is getting in your way, or the time, or, we do make a lot of excuses, don't we? And I'm the number 1 excuse maker. I'll be at the front of the queue with the excuses. And when we stop making excuses and we start finding excuses to do something, then we have options. Then we have so many opportunities. You don't just have one option, you have several, because Gemini energy is all about variety, possibility. It's about generating a whole kind of grazing board full of options. It's not just about having one string to your bow. There's many. There's so many possibilities, and you can juggle those all at once. And Sue Boys has just popped up. Hello, Sue. And she's saying it's so relevant. You were in the shower thinking, I need to get back to practicing my paints and getting back on track with my business course. Absolutely. So whatever excuses that have been presenting themselves to you, think about, okay, and what is the antidote to that excuse? So it's okay having an excuse. Excuse is valid. What's the antidote to it? Okay. And then you have options. Then you have so much more available to you to be able to put things into practice. Because when we've got this amazing, skillful talent that we're very much in tune with right now in this moment, we create options for ourselves, which is fantastic. And then you become powerful. And so it's about taking that power, isn't it? Finding ways. So our next set of messages with the beautiful silver heart. Let's have a look at your cards here. So we have energy healing and we have infinite abundance. So my first thought is you may want to go into energy healing. That may be something that's a pathway that you're already on, or you want to learn more about it. It could also be that there's some energetic blocks that are getting in the way of you becoming abundant with your purpose, with the way that you apply your energy in the world. So what is blocking you? What needs healing? we all have blocks in some way. You know, we can be functioning really well, high functioning, and underneath it all, it's like walking with a stone in your shoe, isn't it? We can turn a blind eye to it. We can be like, oh, I can do this. It's irritating me, but I've got this. I'm walking around. And eventually it's going to start to wear a hole in your foot. It's going to start to bring up a blister or even a wound. And it's going to stand in the way of you really progressing and being able to go further. So maybe you need some energy healing. Maybe you just need to align your chakras. Maybe you need some Reiki. Maybe you need some angel healing with me. Because I've got some angel healing that I will be offering very soon at the end of June. And between you and this block lies the potential for infinite abundance, where your divine life purpose fully supports you. So you can do what you love, and you can have this amazing support from the universe in terms of resources. So you can have everything you need to support you doing what you love. Maybe one of your blocks is you feel like, I'm doing something that is a gift, it's a spiritually related thing, and I don't feel like I can charge more for it. Or I don't see the value in it myself. You know, I've got some amazing talent. I make things or I do things that I think other people could do, so why are they paying me to do that? Or why should they pay me more? And that's your block right there, because we see there are people who are really great examples to us, who are abundant, who know their value and their worth, and they claim that value. So the universe is saying, we want to support you, either in your energy healing work or, you know, the way that you work, the talents that you have, the things that you do that you're good at, have this kind of energetic healing influence on others. And you have the potential to have infinite abundance, because the universe wants to support you, because what you do is really critical to the world. And you've got to buy into that and believe in that yourself, my loves, if you chose number 2. So there's a lot of things about confidence this morning, isn't there? And how our mind can shape how successfully we can put ourselves out there, and we can pursue the things that we want to do. And then we have Mrs. Potts with her smiley face. And this is your message if you chose number 3. Just grab those cards. And your first message is, you are a speaker. Your life purpose involves the skills of oration. You're getting that message out there in whatever way, shape or form that takes for you. So this is very Gemini energy. And school. The answer you're seeking involves going to school. So you've got some amazing skills and talents when it comes to the spoken, the written word, when it comes to speaking your truth, when it comes to crafting a message, writing a book, going on a speaking tour, training people, even doing readings, writing copy, anything like that. Really beautiful, very skillful. The power of your words, in whatever shape they take, needs to be heard by others. Okay. But you may need to do some learning. You don't know it all. And you know, Gemini is a very curious sign. So this new moon solar eclipse in Gemini is asking all of us to get creative and curious, to look at what could I be doing better? What can I learn? But most of all, what can I learn really quickly and then apply instantly? So this could be a dual message about you going and learning something that's going to be very enriching for you. It could also be a message for you to teach others what you know, to get that message out there. So I chose this one. I take those messages on board. I'm loving the message of the new moon in Gemini, my new moon, and that solar eclipse. We never know everything, do we? We never know enough. We're always on a constant journey, a mission to learn more. And Gemini is all about sharing that knowledge that you have, not just keeping it to yourself, helping others to understand that, because you can simplify the message. Because sometimes it's hard to understand something, isn't it? And we need somebody to interpret and to show us what to do. So I hope I haven't lost you in the process of doing this reading today, because it's been so erratic with the the internet connection. I do apologise about that. Nothing I can do about it. I tried to do it on 4G and I tried internet, but anyway, it seems to have calmed down a bit more now. But I hope that you've really enjoyed your personal messages today. I hope that you have a wonderful week. And most of all, I hope that this eclipse is really kind to you and brings you everything that you need and helps you to understand what the lessons and the blessings are within it. So sending you lots and lots of love. And take care, everyone. Thanks for the stars and the support. And have a wonderful day and a wonderful week.